getting in a hotel room. They all pulled up, and I their
Like down
The whole team.
7.
7 basketball players in a row? Mm-hmm. How was that?
I was fucked up. I didn't any of them though.
I know you're taken, but if you ever are single again, would you ever give a star a shot like Jimmy G? What kind of shot?
NBA players are known for their skills on the court, but it's their moves off the court that have us talking. From casual flings to serious relationships, it seems like NBA stars just can't resist the allure of adult film stars. We're not judging, but this trend has become too big to ignore. With high-profile meetups and secret romances, it's clear that these athletes are drawn to the glamour and excitement of the adult entertainment world. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of NBA players and their adult film star romances. From surprising pairings to scandalous breakups, we'll explore it all.
I'm going with Dwight Howard just because I've seen it before, and it was really big.
So Dwight Howard has the biggest
That I've seen.
And coming in first on our list is the very famous Dwight Howard. Howard is known for his charismatic personality and beautiful smile, and this goes ahead to prove how easy it is for him to bag himself any lady out there. However, Dwight made the big screen when he got his name linked to a surprisingly familiar face, Mary Carey. Y'all might be familiar with this name as she is featured in over 100 adult films, and because of her versatility, she was rewarded with a position in the Avery Porn Hall of Fame. Now you're eager to know what this is all about. What got the whole world talking? We'll just sit back and watch. So yeah, during a random interview with TMZ, Mary Carey was asked a very specific question about which male celebrity would make it big if they ever thought to dive into her job. Mary confidently and specifically mentions Dwight Howard and says Dwight has the biggest I've seen. Oh, Mary didn't even end it here. She also said that Howard is like a human tripod.
On the NBA, use the NBA as a platform for God.
But for a 19-year-old entering the NBA,
All these caught the public's attention. Dwight is known for being so religious. He's open about it, so having been nominated for this category only added more layers to the gossip surrounding Howard. Howard is known for having multiple children with multiple women. Most people call him a player, and this has done nothing but kind of confirm what people have been saying about Howard. So if you ask if there's been something between him and Mary, the adult film star, we'd like to believe so, but hey, Howard is a very good basketball player and doesn't have an intention to switch careers yet. However, Mary's confidence in her response has planted confusion in fans about the actual relationship between these two individuals. Someone can do us the honor of asking Howard for clarification. We'd most certainly appreciate that.
Also, don't have kids with NBA players. That's another one.
If you thought the story about Dwight was wild, oh, wait until you hear about the dramatic turn of events between Lana Rhoades and Bruce Brown. Lana Rhoades is widely known for her adult content and has worked with various adult movie companies. However, this very popular film star became a mother to a baby boy in 2023. When Milo turned 1, it became a buzzing topic for fans, critics, and the general public to discuss who the actual father of Milo was. And Lana wasn't ready to make things easy. I mean, her dating life has been so complicated that it continued to hint at different men. It was an endless cycle of speculation.
Also, don't have kids with NBA players. That's another one.
At first, fans were almost convinced that Kevin Durant was the father of Milo, and this was because of the brief history between Lana and Kevin. Lana's hint about the father being in the NBA and playing for the Brooklyn Nets only made the Durant theory more plausible. However, the whole thing took a different turn when another name got involved. It came as a shock to the entire public when Lana turned our attention to the Denver Nuggets player Bruce Brown. Who could have thought? Not you, though. The whole internet couldn't wrap their brains around this fact.
She referred to Denver Nuggets player Bruce Brown as her baby daddy. Naturally, the internet lost its collective mind. For context, Bruce Brown was making headlines at the time for helping the Denver Nuggets secure their first ever trip to the NBA Finals after sweeping the Lakers in the conference finals. During that same series, Lana posted an Instagram story that implied a connection between the two. Fans quickly noticed that Lana had been attending Lakers games and interacting with Brown on social media, commenting on his posts.
At the time this news came in, Bruce was making waves online for just sweeping off the Lakers and taking the Nuggets straight to the finals. It was around this time that Lana also posted on Instagram a quote that suggested that the two were involved. It took no time for fans to realize that Lana had been attending Lakers games, and these two had been interacting even on Instagram way before now. With all these back and forth, Bruce Brown has still not said a word on being Lana's baby daddy, and on the other side, Lana hasn't said anything else about the situation, so we're left to keep guessing who the actual father of Milo is.
Guy who invited me also invited one of the other girls, and he springs on me. My
buddy for the past year is coming with us.
Wow, who wouldn't want to go on a date with the great Kevin Durant? No one, and Lana Rhoades is no different. Remember the rumor flying about Kevin being Lana's baby daddy? It was all because of this. Lana went on air to explain to the whole world what transpired between herself and the NBA star Kevin Durant. For Lana, the whole date was underwhelming, starting from the fact that the NBA star wanted her to come with her friend, which suggested that he was more into her friend than in her. Lana also added that the date was pretty boring, and Kevin wasn't the kind of man she'd normally want to date. You're curious as to why she's like this?
I don't want to be mean, but me and this guy, we just didn't like click. Like, I'm like, oh, what's your favorite this? What's that? What's your opinion on this? And he's like, I don't have opinions on anything. I don't have favorite anythings. And he was serious. He wasn't just like saying that to shut down the conversation. He literally was just
Nothing there. Like
he's not spicy enough for me.
Oh, Lana mentioned that Durant wasn't spicy, although Durant invited Lana to one of his games and ended up asking her out on a date. Lana explained that the date ended pretty quickly, he was boring, and she just wasn't ready to take it beyond friends. To Lana, Kevin lacked personality and didn't have opinions on anything, and she wasn't in for all of that. The chemistry wasn't there was no spark, and that died down pretty quickly. And for what's worth, Lana didn't mention names, but the public was quick to put one or two together, concluding that the man in question was Kevin Durant.
The young NBA star was seen hanging out with none other than adult film star Tiana Trump. Before you jump to conclusions, let's break it down.
Now this is where things get super interesting. Things were a little different with LaMelo Ball. LaMelo was having a great year. Everything was looking good for him on the court and was just about to get recognized as Rookie of the Year. But everything changed when LaMelo suffered a broken wrist during a game against the Clippers. Now because of the injury, he might have to be away from the court for the rest of the season. This injury put a bar on his career, and he had no choice but to take time off and recuperate. Guess what, guys? While we all thought LaMelo would be all sad and all, the man was busy making headlines for something you wouldn't believe. Man was recently spotted at a trampoline park in Charlotte, a beautiful space if you ask me. Now the problem wasn't where LaMelo was, but it was all about who he was with. Shockingly, LaMelo was seen hanging out with the adult film star Tiana Trump, and this caused quite a stir among fans. However, for clarification's sake, these two weren't alone. They were part of a group of friends who only came there to have fun. So Tiana is best friends with Brittany Renner, who is having a baby with LaMelo's teammate PJ Washington. This pretty explains the reason why they were all together. However, no one really cares if they were with a group or not. Fans have always wanted to know about LaMelo's love life, and immediately they were sighted together. It instantly sparked dating rumors. But do you guys honestly think Tiana fits into the type LaMelo would follow? We can't be sure, but for now, just being friends is the most plausible option, but never say never.
Film star turned fantasy sports analyst Lisa Ann. Known for her transformation from the adult industry to the sports world, Lisa found a unique job as more than a fan or analyst.
This one took the whole NBA industry by surprise, and no one saw it coming. Paul George went through an unexpected experience where he suffered a serious leg injury, causing him to take some time off to recover. But you know what's hilarious about this one? It's the fact that Paul's recovery wasn't the only thing keeping people talking, but the unexpected ally he found himself during this period. Former adult film star, now turned fantasy sports analyst Lisa Ann. Being aware of her transformation from the adult industry to the sports world makes it more fascinating. Now, Lisa sees herself as a mentor to a lot of athletes, and this made the connection between herself and Paul even stronger. Lisa made herself available for Paul during this trying period. Her job was to help him cope with the emotional and physical toll this sudden change would have on him.
Having someone in his corner likely made a difference for George, whose off-court life has been anything.
During her interview with The Guardian, she explained her role, saying it was more like parental guidance, and she's just there to help cope with the pressure of fame and all of that. But it seemed that with Paul, it was more than just guidance, as she was seen giving immense support to Paul when he returned to the court in 2015, holding a sign up to cheer him up.
Highly publicized custody battle with former stripper Daniela Rajic over their daughter Olivia. The pair, however, eventually reached a co-parenting settlement.
But you know what didn't make this easy? It's the fact that Paul had earlier faced scrutiny over his custody battle with former stripper Daniela Rajiv over the custody of his daughter, which they eventually agreed to be co-parents. Amidst all these, Lisa has agreed to be a constant source of support for Paul and will continue to do just that. We are, however, not sure if this is just guidance, as they say it, or if there's anything else going on. But who knew that NBA stars and adult film stars would go so well together when it comes to building relationships? These athletes have learned that when it comes to love, one must always shoot that shot no matter who it is.